Hey, it's Julie, and this is the Do Business Like a Woman show. How are you doing today? Are you good? I hope so. We are live, and I'll just wait for you guys to get over here. When you are over here, leave me a little comment. Let me know hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. I do read all the comments, and I love to hear from you. It gives me energy. It lets me know you're out there. So do leave a comment. If you are catching the replay, hi there, replay watchers, and make sure you put a hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you've watched. And today we are talking about step 4 in the Warrior S framework. And this one is called Create, and it is the step around creating client magnetic content, but also communicating the value of your offer. It's been really a hot topic this week that people have been saying to me, I don't know how to communicate with my audience in a way that shows them the value of my offer. And people are saying to me, my audience don't get the value of my offer. They don't get why they should pay to work with me. They're not finding the money. They're telling me they can't afford it. Does any of this sound familiar? So I really want to address that in today's training as well. So stick around. That's what we are going to do. I'm going to keep it real brief for you. Hi, Claire. Good to see you from Seattle. You found me. You did. How are you doing? So we are talking about creating client magnetic content and communicating the value of your offer so that you have plenty of people who want to work with you, so that you book sales calls every month in your business, and so that you create consistent income, because that's what we want, right? We want our businesses to create that consistent income, so we're not having to do other things, other jobs, or have the anxiety of wondering if there are clients and income coming in. And I know that you're here to make a big impact, and that you serve a lot better when you have this piece taken care of. So here is what I want to say about creating content, and then we're going to get on to sharing the value of your offer in a way your people can really hear. So your content can do the heavy lifting of helping people to know, like, and trust you. However, people make a huge mistake in having this idea that they're going to put content out there and they're just going to sit back and clients are going to come to them. And it does not work. And that it's a myth out there that you just got to post on social media, and if your content's juicy enough, people are just going to flood to you and beat down your door to work with you. Unfortunately, I have not experienced this. I have not seen this happen. So as far as I am aware, it's a huge and pretty harmful myth. Now, caveat to that, of course, we want to create juicy magnetic content that helps your people to gravitate towards you, so that when you make offers and you do the other steps in the Warrior S framework that I teach you, that people are going to say yes to work with you. But the idea that we just post on social media and somehow that is meant to bring clients, get rid of it. It's not serving you. And if you've tried that, you know that it's disheartening. You will have probably experienced crickets, or you get comments but no clients and no income in your business, right? Who's been there? Just drop a comment if you've been there, because I certainly have in the past, and it was so frustrating to me. I thought there was something wrong with me because I got the idea from reading posts on social media from supposed gurus. Oh, just do attraction marketing, just do like really cool posts on social media and clients are going to flood your door. Well, didn't happen, right? And I got pretty good at writing amazing content, but still wasn't getting the clients I wanted. So if you are having any level of struggle around this, please know it's not you. In the real world of business, it's not just post on social media and get clients. Totally ineffective. There are other steps that need to happen. So I wanted to start by saying that. So there is nothing wrong with you if you're posting and you're not getting clients. It's just one of the steps in a simple process, right? And I teach the other ones as well. So, but your content absolutely can do the heavy lifting of helping someone to know, like, and trust you, to understand how your program can help them solve their problem, what's different about you, and to really warm up to you and know that they want to come work with you, so that when you create that relationship with them, when you understand their needs and take the time to build a relationship and uncover their needs, it's called nurturing. And when you then clearly and directly invite them to work with you, they're more likely to say yes. And you're going to get clients, right? And your content supports that process. But it's one step in 5 steps that I teach, okay? So, content is here. The purpose of it is purely to help you build relationships and create conversations. Build relationships and create conversations. So if you're thinking, I'm just going to post and I'm going to get clients, no, the purpose of the content is so that you can open a conversation with a person and you can start to get to know them and build that relationship and nurture. And then when appropriate, you're going to invite them to work with you. That is how it works. That is how I have seen it work. That's how I've created 6 figures in my business. It's how I see it work for my clients. So your content is also there to help you demonstrate the value of what you do, right? So that your prospect in your audience can see the value and understand why they're going to come and work with you. And it's a skill to learn. But I see people making a huge mistake of relying too heavily on their content and then being surprised, like, well, why am I not getting clients? Well, why is no one coming to work with me? It's because you're not doing the other steps. But that's great news, because now we know where the gap is and what we have to do. So I wanted to start with that. Now, is this making sense? You need a process for creating content. If you don't have a process, it's going to be really sporadic. It's going to be hit and miss, and you may or may not do it. Now, a process can be simple. It can be like, right, every Monday at 3 o'clock, I go live in my Facebook group, and that's my main piece of content for the week. That's what I do right here every week on a Monday at 3 p.m. UK. So make sure you're here, right? That is what I do. Maybe yours is that simple, but the point is you make it a habit. Now, people always say, well, what do I talk about? We help you with that when you come and work with us in Fierce Feminine and Free. But basically, you want to have conversations with your audience. You want to understand what they're struggling with in their words, not what you think they need, but what they're telling you they want and need, right? And then you solve those problems for them in your content. We have a document, it's called a Message and Marketing Blueprint, and it helps you tease out the main pains your clients are having and the main desires of what they want. And your content is connecting with them where they are at, right? So if they're telling you, well, my problem is I can't make enough money in my business, or my problem is I can't lose this baby weight, this 40 pounds, or my problem is I'm always arguing with my spouse, you take those words and you solve that problem, and you use your content to give value so they can see how you can help them and open up conversations with them. That's the purpose of your content. It's not like sell. There's a place for pitching and making offers, but that is the best way to use your content. By the way, please give this video a lovely heart or a like for me. I really appreciate that. It helps more people see it. So if you're getting value, go ahead and give it a heart or a like. Thank you. So listen, let's talk about communicating the value of your offer. And I'm teaching this in depth tomorrow on our client creation experience. So those of you that have signed up for that, we're going to be going through this tomorrow. All right. But let me just go into it right here. We're going to start with, what problem do you solve for people? Put it in the comments. What problem do you solve? Put problem and then write it down. Now, usually what people do here is they say like their I help statement, right? They're like, wow, I help entrepreneurs to do lead gen or something, right? That's not what we're doing. We want to know the problem, the big burning problem you solve, the one that keeps people awake at night. Put it in the comments, right? So, for example, the problem we solve at Do Business Like a Woman is folks don't have enough clients. You don't have enough clients, right? Simple. And you don't have a process for creating clients. Your problem needs to be that simple to describe. So go ahead and put it in the comments and let's see if you've got it down. Now, a little nuance for you about the problem you solve. The more tangible, the better. The more tangible the problem you solve, the easier it will be for you to sell it. Now, look, I'll give you an example. Sometimes I hear people say things like, well, the problem I solve is I help people to stop people pleasing, right? Or I help people with their inner critic. Nothing wrong with that. We're getting there. And let me ask you this question. Listen, this is life-changing. Let me ask you this. Does anyone wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, I must stop people pleasing? Probably not. Now, they may have some awareness that they're a people pleaser, and maybe they're like, I kind of need to work on that. But that is not how it presents. Here is what they are thinking about. They're waking up in the middle of the night and they're thinking, why can't I make more money through my business? Or they're thinking, why am I always arguing with my spouse? Why do my romantic relationships not work? It's because they're people pleasing. You know that. And maybe on some level they know that, but that is not the way they present the problem. The way they think about the problem is, why can I not get my finances together? Or why can't I sort out my romantic relationships? What's wrong with me? Right? Or why can't I make my business work? Or why do I never have any time? Why am I putting on all this weight and getting sick? And it's maybe, because they're people pleasing. So you will have an easier time if you speak to the problem as they are experiencing it. So rather than, well, I help people stop people pleasing, I help people insert the problem that they're dealing with, the tangible problem. And then the way you do that is through helping them work on their people pleasing, right? But you've got to meet them where they're at. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? I'm going to give you another example. I know women who help with things like the inner critic. That is awesome. That is much needed work. It's the same again. Like, what is the problem? They are waking up at night going, damn, why can't I solve this? It is very rarely, here's a hint, it's very rarely I need to quieten my inner critic. Right now, we know they need to do that. And it's where the disconnect happens. It's so frustrating because you're like, just let me help you with this. But they're like, just tell me how to earn money or whatever the thing is. So you've got to meet your people where they're at. Now, that will help you to connect and sell more easily. I know that people resist on this because they don't want to do it, right? But it will help you. But I will tell you this. If you feel like I really can't narrow it to one of those tangibles, it doesn't mean that all hope is lost. You can still create a thriving coaching practice, but you need to double down on the amount of conversations that you're having. You've got to get people on the phone with you. You've got to build relationships and you've got to serve the hell out of them. Because if you can't articulate the problem as they experience it, then you've got to get them on the phone with you so that they can connect with you, get their energy, or on Zoom, get your energy and understand how you can help them. So I know one of my clients who's built her practice around helping people change their habits so that their habits are in alignment with the life that they want to create. It's not super tangible, but the reason she can create a success with it is because of how she shows up, and she's willing to create relationships. She's really good at that, and she hops on calls with people and she really serves them and connects with them. So preferences, make it easy on yourself. Pick a tangible problem that you solve as they are presenting it to you, like the examples I gave, and then double down on conversations and relationships, right? Does that make sense? Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? I just want to help you not to struggle, right? Because business can be challenging enough. So if we can make it easier for you, I think we should. Do you agree? So good to see you here. Patricia says, oh yes. Awesome. I don't know which bit you are referring to, Patricia, but I love your oh yes. Claire says, I help women build their immunity, strengthen their backs and overall health. I need to stop posting promos and get back to educating. Yes, Claire. And look, here's the thing. Stop posting promos and start opening conversations with people. Get real curious about them. And then uncover their needs in conversation and serve the hell out of them, right? Also, you said what you did. You give me your I help statement. What is the problem you solve? What's the problem? Remember, I said the problem we solve is people don't have enough clients. What's the problem you solve? Not the result you help them create. You help them build their immunity and strengthen their backs and health. Love it, right? But that's the result. What's the problem? So we need to be able to articulate it clearly both ways. So tell me what the problem is. Amazing. Good. Okay, the other question we have to answer when communicating the value is, who is it for? And I know you've heard this before, but it really is true that the more you know your person inside and out, the more you can communicate to their heart and soul and really help to create transformation for them. So get to know your who, and you will do that through having conversations, not just you posting on social media, right? We have a market research process that we teach you when you come and work with us. You get to connect with people, you get to collect their words, because you want to use their words, not yours. And the whole thing is you're moving them from pain island to pleasure island. Pain island, problem. What's the problem you solve? To pleasure island. Now, the next thing we want to know is, what is the bold promise of your program? What is the bold promise of your program? And this is the pleasure island, right? So we've talked about what is the problem you solve. You need to be able to articulate that clearly and concisely. Now, what is the bold promise? So for example, when people come and work with us, we help them implement a process to get a steady stream of high-paying clients into their business and create clients whenever they want, without sacrificing their health, well-being, and relationships. Sorry, the door just came open. I think we've got a ghost in the house. So that is our bold promise when people come and work with us. What is it for you? What do they get? What do they want more than anything? Take it back to what keeps them awake at night. What are they thinking? What do they want to create? What is pleasure island for them? So Claire, for you, I love what you do. You help them build their immunity, strengthen their backs and their overall health. Why do they want that? Go even deeper. Why? Always a level deeper. Why do I want to strengthen my immunity? What's the problem I'm experiencing? The pain? What is it? What do I want? Do I want more energy? Do I want to be able to get through my business day and feel good? What is it, right? Amazing. Okay, let me know what you've been getting so far. The other thing your content must do, and then I'm going to wrap it up, is you really want to preempt any concerns, or you may hear it referred to in the coaching world as objections. I don't love that word, but really thinking about what are those common objections or concerns that you hear when you are selling, when your people tell you, oh, well, I can't come and work with you because I don't have time, I don't have the money. What are those? And when you know what they are, start to solve them right up front and preempt them in your content. We teach you how to do that when you come work with us in Fierce Feminine and Free. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that today. I would love to know how you found this training session. Did you get something valuable and new that you can go implement? I really hope so. If you want help with this, just reach out. We have a few spots to come and work with us. We are pretty selective. I'm selective about who I bring on. It needs to be a great fit because I want to support you. I want you to get results. All right. All right, ladies, I'm going to wrap it up there. I appreciate you being here. Remember to give the video a heart or a like, and just put your ahas in the comments. I will see you next week at the same time. Bye for now, and I'll see some of you tomorrow for the training. Bye for now.